evening and welcome to the news at 8. Tonight's bulletin will be for 30 minutes as we pave way for the official opening of the Africa Cup of Nations Afcon in Cote d'Ivoire. ZBC will be broadcasting the matches live. We first take a look at the stories making the headlines. Government's refurbishment of border posts expected to contain traffic volumes at the points of entry. In business news, Zimbabwe records increased export earnings from gold and tobacco. And later on in sports, Afcon 2023 kicks off tonight in Abidjan. ZBC will be broadcasting the matches live. In our first story, the refurbishment and expansion of border posts is high on government agenda this calendar year, a move expected to contain increased traffic volumes around the country's trading zones and ports of entry.
Government is targeting to complete pending projects, chief among them border control areas, to accommodate increased trade traffic and improve efficiency at ports of entry. Transport and Infrastructure Development Minister Honorable Felix Mona says, following the completion of the Beitbridge border post modernization program, focus has now shifted to Nyamapanda, Kanyemba, Mukumbura and Forbes border posts.
We are strategically positioned as a country, and the idea was then to link the borders to these neighboring countries. And that's when you see the visionary leader, once again, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Damzo Mnangagwa, coming up with the vibrant Beitbridge border posts. And now, you know, we've got challenges at Forbes border posts where we are witnessing close to 450 to 500 trucks a day. And once again, to the booming economy in terms of business, where in the last era, we're getting less than 200 vehicles per day. But now we are moving close to 450 to 500 trucks. And I'm happy that I've engaged my counterpart, the Minister of Transport across in Mozambique. We're meeting here in Zimbabwe to deliberate on how we can enhance the corridor. That is Chirundu, Harare, Nyamapanda, then also Harare, Mutare, which is Forbes border post, so that we have this gateway.
The expansion of the border post will also include roadworks on major highways to Mukumbura border post and Kanyemba, which connect to Mozambique and Zambia.
We are connecting the corners. Nyamapanda, you will see the concession agreement being signed again. Within 8 weeks will be done when it comes to the concession agreement, where we are also going to be expanding the road. We know it is Enterprise Road, but it's Idi Mnangagwa Road up to Nyamapanda, and we'll also work on the Forbes on the border post, which is Nyamapanda border post, and we'll also do the Kanyemba border post. And above all, we will then work on the Y bridge, which actually links us with Zambia and Mozambique. It's why because it links the three countries at that particular point. So you'll see us also rehabilitating Kanyemba border post. And we also have, if you go to Manicaland, not only the Forbes, we've got Kesho Valley. We're also going to be rehabilitating Kesho Valley border posts. These are the gateways. And we are saying, in terms of ease of doing business, that's why we are there, the Minister of Transport.
Improved economic activity is noticeable at Forbes border post, with government directing that the port of entry starts operating 24 hours beginning on Monday to address congestion issues and improve revenue generation. Infrastructure development is at the core of the National Development Strategy 1 economic blueprint objectives, with more than 1,800 projects having been completed countrywide, while over 400 are at various stages of execution. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
Government has pledged its support to bereaved families and survivors of the Mutare-Masvingo highway accident, which claimed 6 lives this Friday.
6 people died in a road accident, with several others being injured when a haulage truck allegedly lost the brakes and rammed into a stationary Mazda BT50 vehicle at the 22 miles junction along the Mutare-Masvingo highway on Friday. The Mazda vehicle was carrying teachers and students from Mushunje Primary and Wentumba Secondary Schools in Mutare Rural. Survivors of the accident, who are admitted at Victoria Chitepo Provincial Hospital, narrated what transpired.
Takashuka pa junction, saka driver waida kupa right of way kune mota za incoming traffic yaida kuya huko. Saka gonye tira kuma sura kwenye ndora ka ningira karuza ma break ere. Kavara ya chiti roba. kumberi kwacho kwakune gonyeti ririko saka ndofanira kabva rasvika richihita gonyeti riri kumasoro riri kutihita riri kumasoro richitihita futi.
Ndakabata mwana ameno chichakaitika ndakanoroera nedashboard musoro chose uri kutorwadza uro yese but mwana handizivi kuti akabuda sei patsaona no smack no scratch.
Gonyeti rangu angouya ari mufull speed ngosvika kutotuta mota yedu richikwira pamusoro pacho. Narotakura mwana.
Makabata mwana?
Ndine mwana wangu ane 5 years. Akarochikoka gumbo.
Victoria Chitepo Hospital Medical Superintendent Dr. Dokas Masangamtede said 5 of the injured are still admitted while 10 have been discharged.
Around 3 p.m. we received 16 casualties. Unfortunately, one died on arrival to the hospital. Currently, we've got 5 who are admitted, 4 in the female medical ward and 1 in the children's ward, and their condition is relatively stable.
Manicaland Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Advocate Mishek Mugadza, who visited the injured at the provincial hospital, pledged the government support to the survivors and the bereaved families.
Mu-accident tiri kunzwa kuti tarasikirwa neupenyu hwevanhu 6 nevamwe vatabva kuona muno muhospitari vakakuwara. Tiri kuvavimbisa kuti hurumende inenge ichivabatsira. Taronga pagadzirwa command center pano kuti zvinhu zvinyorovere hama dzedu dzasangana nedambudziko. Madepartment ese egovernment anobatsira panyaya dzekufa kwevanhu taati auye pano pahospitari papichwa tent vachange vari pano kusvika kune vemadeath certificate vese vanenge vari pano nhasi vachibatsira mhuri dzarasikirwa.
Meanwhile, in another road accident which occurred this Saturday, a haulage truck allegedly lost brakes, hit a car and destroyed 3 precast walls while descending the Christmas pass in Mutare. Eyewitnesses narrate what happened.
Gonyeti rabuda murodhi kuleni yaro uko richibuda richibva ranonanga kawishi kakari pasi pemvuru. Azobuda achibva apinda mudrain kudo maybe aido balance redrain kana jura achibva anomhanya kupinda pajura takangomira panapa.
Time yarova wish ranga richitomhanya singaite iye ari kuti anzi gear lever rangu rachikoka navharodza control andati kubva mupasi chaimo arodza control.
Meanwhile, government has begun processes to construct the Christmas Pass bypass road set to be used by heavy trucks to avoid such accidents that are common along the Christmas Pass due to its terrain. Kenya's Chivuje, ZBC News, Mutare.
Government has committed over 400,000 United States dollars for cloud seeding as the country and other Southern African nations face realities of climate change characterized by a lean summer cropping season this year.
Government this week launched the National Cloud Seeding Program for the 2023-2024 summer cropping season. Cloud seeding is a scientifically approved rainfall enhancement method that involves the deliberate introduction of hydrophilic substances into the atmosphere to stimulate the formation of rain droplets through enhancement of existing clouds, leading to increased rainfall. 2 aircraft have been deployed for Harare and Bulawayo to service the northern and southern parts of the country. The Secretary for Environment, Climate and Wildlife, Professor Prosper Matondi, explains the cloud seeding process and its benefits.
It's a particular science that augments the rainfall season. It does not cause, as indicated earlier on, it does not cause, but it can trigger processes of rain formation that is necessary for us to be able to help in any season.
The frequency of El Nino occurrences in Zimbabwe has resulted in erratic weather patterns characterized by above average temperatures and below normal rainfall that have negatively impacted on food security, water bodies and wildlife. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, Harare.
The First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, has held an interface with minors who were captured on social media abusing alcohol during the festive season.
As part of efforts to raise a morally upright and responsible generation, the First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, held a counseling session with minors who were exposed for drinking alcohol in Harare and Murewa during the festive season. Amai was touched by the fact that a minor aged 4 years was also involved in the drinking spree, and he also had to walk from Mbare to town to perpetrate the vice.
Tauya semhuri mumba medu kuzosangana sana mai kuti timbotaurirana takasununguka tisakaizvitodini izvi zvakazofamba sei izvi zvikazodini. Haisi nyaya yangu ndega, inyaya yedu tose. Haisi nyaya yekuti tingada kuzvinzvenga kana kuzvinyarara kuti tisazvitaura. Takaona zvakaitika paChristmas apa pavana zvinosiririsa kuti hakuna mai vangata mwana wavo woti ane 4 years chienda kutauni mwana wadoro 4 years hakuna zvakadaro. Asi tida kuti todini nekuti zvakadai hazvidi kudzokororoka munyika yedu kuchema panyaya yakadai. Saka tinoza pfungwa dzedu pamwe chete tibude nechiumbwa chekuti tingaichaita sei kuti zvisatekeshera.
Held this Friday in a warm and relaxed environment with everyone seated on reed mats, the counseling session saw the children opening up to Amai Mnangagwa on how the unpleasant events unfolded. To make the children feel comfortable, the mother of the nation played games with them prior to the counseling session.
Tataenda kumune munhu watikandisende naye kujena city. Vanhu vobhuya nedoro ndondati bhazi ndimire denda ndikarama. Tataenda
votinga doro votoenda kutauni vototinga kufamba votoenda papinda mujena city votosangana nevasikana vanogara mublock medu votobuda votoenda pabhekasini vototinga pabhekasini edu vanhu votomwa madoro.
vasikana ava vakandibvutira doro obva watanga kumwa.
Wangu wana kuti
ndabvutira sisi wangu katika wanda atakudadzokera kumba tena kumba kuma 6
samuda kuti sei nedoro imi
gogodora chichamwa takuita zvechikoro.
Parents and guardians of the alcohol victims also gave heart-wrenching accounts of what transpired. Most of them, being single parents, openly said they didn't notice anything amiss on their children's behavior since they were also drunk.
Number $5. Got $5 but ndikumemba ati 5 o'clock unenge wapanapa. Zvikanzi hey mama zvishonto kasika kuya. Vakaenda vana. Vakaenda zvichokwadi 5 o'clock vakadzoka vana. Handambozvino kuti pane chakaipa. Sikana ndakatorana ndakatodhakwa ndomwa zvangu. Ndikusvika ndikumuzo vanze mukudiwa nepolisi ndakupolisi ndikuna tukuradzwa video nere ndikuzvizeita vana vakamwa paChristmas kati hamana chandiri kumboziva ndandiri kunokumba.
Pavana vangu vari pamusi 25 December pana vana vangu 2 mumba ane 9 years mudika ane 4 years. Saka ndakatozona vana vachona vari 2 vageza vachinja. Ina ndakuziva kuti vana vanga vatoronga kudhara bhozi i9 vana vachona for vaenda kutown kuma2 vadzoka kuma4 vatinga 3 mabhodhoro but ivo vanoti pataifamba tatakawiga mabhodhoro hapana akambozvana kuti nemabhodhoro pavakadzoka papasina nasaini yekuti vana vamwa doro kana kuti sei.
Takabatikana nezvakaitika mai zvinhu zvakaitika tisingafungiri takatopa vana mari tichifunga kuti tikugona hatina kuziva kuti zvichazosvika pakudai. Ini dzimwe nguva mwana akatouya akatondiaprocha pamune zvakanaka nekuda kwekuti ndiye ndirisangana nesituation ndiye ndine challenge ndinogona kutopindira mwana rafu mwana otobuda ndichandanzwa kuti mwana arikuda kuti udii.
Touched by the harrowing tales of the minors and their guardians, Dr. Mnangagwa held an intimate conversation with them separately, imploring the young children to desist from social vices and concentrate on their studies since they are the country's future leaders. She further encouraged the single parents to live exemplary lives premised on hard work. She also expressed concern over statements by children from Mbare who said they walked all the way to town exposing beer bottles without anyone reprimanding them.
haikone kumwa doro musaita zvemadrugs futi mazvinzwa ka ida kuti mugone kuchikoro mochengeta vana mbuya vese vanai tinoda manesi tinoda madhokota kubva kwamuri saka imanditi kuti mumwe doro mazvinzwa kuye kwamaita panapa ndati muzoita zvinhu zvakanaka upenyu wanyanditika kuti mugone kupi chikoro moita zvechi zvekubloka kuko neupu unotengwa dora ndiri kukuonai muchidini muchiindako mazvinzwa kuti mugare muri vana vakanaka vazukuru vangu mugone kuchikoro nai musapinda futi mumadrugs mazvinzwa.
Ndoda ngotenda mai nekuti shedza kwamaita panapa mauya kuzotiudza kuti vana vangu izvi hazviitwe.
The multi-sectoral committee set up by the First Lady to counsel the minors discovered that most of the parents who are single mothers are setting a bad example to their children owing to their wayward behavior. The session revealed that most of them frequent beer halls and are into commercial sex work, which is impacting negatively on their children's lives. The committee also discovered that lack of adequate parental involvement in the lives of their children is also contributing to child delinquency, since some of the parents are based outside the country, leaving their kids under the care of their siblings, exposing them to various social vices. The committee weighed in with various pieces of advice for the affected families, imploring them to impart good moral values to their children by leading exemplary lives and by disciplining them. They also added that one's area of residence should not affect their behavior.
Zvamataura zvatibata moyo tatambudzika nekuti kuzvara kwemumwe kuzvara kwako, asi kuti mubatsirike sezviri kutaurwa naamai kusangana nechokwadi chinonzi ubereki, kuona, kuziva. Mai vane maziso anopfuura maviri.
Hakuna mwana anocheneswa pasi panapa. Mwana akatoita 2 hours asiri pauri, une right yekutoita muCID chai kukwesena kuti wanga uri kupi nani muchiitei. Panogona kuita futi tsika yekutuma mwana kunotenga rako raurikuda kunwa iwe, kusvika mwana atoziva kuti rinotengeka. Saka kuritenga hachisisiri chimisterio, anongonotenga sematengera anosiita rako. Poita nyaya inonzi tough love. Vana mama, mari harusi rudo. Vana mama ngatiregedze kuti vana vajaire kungogara vakabata mari mumaoko.
Zvimwe zvinoita vana vedu havadzidzi kwatiri no, asi kuti isusu wacho tinowandirwa nezvekuita, nguva yevana yacho yozoshayikwa.
Background haina basa, kwamunogara hakuna basa. What matters kuti iwe uri mai wakaita sei. Let's work hard, ma single parents. Wana wakure zvakanaka.
Mweya wokukopa wakazara muvanhu. Nonzwa munhu achitaura kuti mwana akati vekuku vapuhwa mari, saka imi ndipeiwo. Vekuku vatindwa musoro, indotindawo. Vekuku vaenda uko, ndo zvauraya magariro edu. Ngatiite zvemba medu, saka ngatisanyeberei mbari. Inzvimbo inongogarika zvinoita nzvimbo dzese.
Hakuna munhu anogona kuva uri esini uchirarama muchivi ugogona kutsiura akurarama machiri.
Mabasa ekare ngaachisara. Ndatarisa vana ava, hapana mwana wamunoti uyu mukuru kana wokutanga kudzosera amai. Musaregere vana vachikudhererai kusvika ipapo. Hanzi mavambo eupenyu hwakanaka anotangira pafoundation. Vana amai handitinoita zvinhu kwazvo.
In a bid to ensure the affected parents become self-reliant and desist from unorthodox means of survival, Amai Mnangagwa initiated several income-generating projects for them, including small-scale retail clothing business, detergents making, and poultry production. She engaged the Women's Bank and the Ministry of Women, Community, Small and Medium Enterprises Development to implement and oversee the projects. The Mother of the Nation urged the women to work in groups and to have financial discipline. During the course of the program, Dr. Mnangagwa was evidently touched by the plight of a 19-year-old pregnant and single woman, which prompted her to extend a helping hand with a baby hamper. Another pregnant woman was also given baby preparation set. She also donated food hampers to the families. Chief Chikwaka also reached out to the families in question with a donation of land, maize seed, bags of maize, and tomatoes. In response to issues affecting children, the Mother of the Nation has introduced various programs including Nanga Gota Ikliba, the First Ladies Drug Survivor Sports Tournament, and the First Ladies Elementary Club, which tackle issues such as drug abuse, teen pregnancy, and juvenile delinquency. Colette Msanyera, ZBC News, Harare.
For more news, log onto our website www.zbcnews.co.zw. You can also visit our social media pages at ZBC News Online. Also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, ZBC News Online. And stories still to expect from this bulletin. In business, Zimbabwe records increased export earnings from tobacco and gold. And in sports, Afcon 2023 kicks off tonight in Abidjan. ZBC will be broadcasting the matches live. News at 8 takes a break. We'll be
I was raised in a family of 4 siblings.
were very musical. We had so much time to practice in the streets. The neighbors always complained. And I remember standing outside my grandmother's house. I would have a talk show with Bricks as my guests. So I think my career choice was a very natural one. My journey with MultiChoice started at Idols. It was so professional. I was so intimidated, but it turned out to be a very fruitful one. From Idols, Our Perfect Wedding Zimbabwe, Chew On, they've held my hand. I'm a proud member of that MultiChoice family. To ignite Africa's creative industries, to me, is what MultiChoice is doing. And they're bringing great, brilliant minds together to tell our African stories and for us to determine the path that we're going to take for the future. It's priceless.
From the school that has been top in the country in Cambridge GCE and ZIMSEC examinations, powered by teachers who have dedicatedly produced results for the country, mostly in the sciences domain, led by Mrs. Edith Mukwapasi, who has over 30 years experience and excellence in the teaching field. Online lessons for 2024 O and A-level revision classes in chemistry, maths, physics, and biology are now underway from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. This includes monthly practical lessons. Non-candidate packages are also available. Gnostics Group of Schools, making STEM subjects accessible so that the many sidelined children can fulfill their dreams.
Welcome back. You're still watching News at 8. Gwanda town is on high alert after 9 cases of cholera were recorded in the Garikai Hlalani Kuhle suburb.
Authorities in Gwanda are calling on residents to exercise extreme hygiene in the face of an outbreak of cholera in the mining town, with 9 cases having been identified in the Hlalani Kuhle suburb. Although the cases are all imported from other districts, the Ministry of Health and Child Care is on the ground battling to contain the situation.
We have identified 9 suspected cholera cases in Gwanda district yesterday. These cases are in Gwanda urban area, and all of them, they come from Hlalani Kuhle residential area.
The municipality of Gwanda has suspended water rationing and is encouraging vendors selling perishables to prioritize hygiene.
We are trying our best to We have also engaged e-vending activity that is taking place. So we want to prohibit some of our items that are being sold in town, like mango. Our councillors, they are also alert.
Bait Bridge has been the worst affected in Matabeleland South since the outbreak of cholera in the country in February last year, with 377 suspected cases, while Gwanda has so far recorded 14, while Umzingwane has 1 case. Providence Maranelli, ZBC News, Gwanda.
We now cross over to our Montrose studios in Valayo, where Marilyn Gwenya is on standby with the following stories. Good evening, Marilyn.
Good evening and many thanks to you, Mandipa. And now in our following report, the First Lady's Community Empowerment Drive through the Angel of Hope Foundation is bearing fruit, with over 5,000 women graduating in Bulawayo this Friday.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Women who benefited from the First Lady Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa's Community Empowerment Initiative were in a jubilant mood after successfully completing training programs in nurse aid, basic counseling, early childhood development, and basic computer literacy. The initiative is in partnership with the Zimbabwe Open University Zoo.
First Lady kuti marakukomborere nezvese zvamunotiitira nokutenda amai vedu.
Ngibonga umama ukuthi asifundise asifikise kule stage esiyiso sesingabantu ngenxa yakhe. Siyakubonga mama.
Kuyasiphakamisa thina njengabomama nisithi kulabo abanye abangayenzanga ama courses ngabasukume bayenze.
I just want to appreciate what our First Lady did to us as
all people macourses eAngel of Hope akanaka anotiita kuti nesuwo tikwanise kuzvishandira tichitsvaga zvatinoda tisave vanhu vanogara vachibhega ndikuencourage madzimai kuti ngavaregedze kuramba vachingoita upenyu hwekubhega.
Zimbabwe Open University's Vice Chancellor Professor Paul Gundani said the First Lady is playing a critical role in advancing human capital development.
We recognize the First Lady's unparalleled commitment to empowering the less privileged members of our societies, who include women who have been marginalized by patriarchy and girls. We also have people living with disability and other members who have been excluded by society for a number of reasons.
Delivering the First Lady's speech, Bulawayo Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Judith Ncube, said the Angel of Hope Foundation Zoo partnership presents a window of opportunity that unearths hidden potentials of the socially excluded.
The insensitivity of constraints and barriers related to age, gender, background, geographical location, physical disability, and prior academic qualifications underpins the transformation of disadvantaged community members through the facilitation of hands-on approaches to life-changing short courses.
The Angel of Hope Foundation Zoo Partnership for Community Empowerment through Open Learning was launched in 2021, and to date, over 40,000 people have benefited countrywide. Lisa Masuku, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
And we now move on to business news, where the country's export drive is paying off after Zimbabwe earned over 680 million United States dollars in November last year, driven by gold and tobacco.
The Zimbabwe National Statistics Agency ZIMSTAT notes that the export earnings are for November last year. Among the country's top 10 export commodities were tobacco, semi-manufactured gold, and some mineral substances. For the trading period under review, China was the top export destination. South Africa was second, followed by the United Arab Emirates. Other key export destinations include Belgium, Mozambique, Zambia, Republic of Korea, India, and Hungary, among others. Mineral fluids, machinery, raw materials, medicines, and cereals dominated imports. South Africa is, however, leading in terms of import markets, followed by China, among other trading partners. Treasury is expecting export growth to further boost foreign exchange inflows and sustain the country's external requirements. Stanley James, ZBC News, Harare.
And that's it for myself, Marilyn Gwenya, and the Montrose crew for tonight. We are off to a break. Mandipa is on the other end with more.
Everybody's favorite fried chicken is closer than you think. Now you don't have to travel far for your finger-licking fix. The home of the original recipe chicken is growing and moving into your hood. Look out for our new restaurants, and we'll KFC you soon.
Into a home.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care if they know the truth about how much I care for you. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. There's nothing
Show some love to your fabrics with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder with powerful dirt-fighting enzymes and special color protection, whiter whites and brighter colors. Boom, and the dirt is gone.
The Liquor Licensing Board under the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works is now accepting renewals for the fiscal year 2024 to 2025. Remember, all applications are done online at zimeservices.pfms.gov.zw. Simply attach A. Copy of the current license, B. ZBC radio or TV license, which is available at any ZBC office nationwide, and C. Health inspection report. For a liquor license, you need the following: 1. Letter of approval by local authority. 2. Health inspection report. 3. Copy of the approved plan. 4. Evidence of right of occupation. 5. Proof of publication in the Government Gazette and in the local paper LG1. 6. Affidavit. 7. Certified ID or passport for the licensee and the manager. 8. Company resolution and CR14 form. 9. Police clearance for the licensee and the manager. For more information, contact 0242 704 571. Renew your liquor license and watch your business grow.
We now cross over to Cote d'Ivoire for the official opening of the Africa Cup of Nations Afcon 2023.
Nous sommes les architectes d'une Afrique qui se réveille, se lève et s'élève. Nous sommes le pont solide qui unit les hommes, les cultures, les civilisations. Nous sommes un peuple, un destin, forgé par l'histoire et tourné vers l'avenir. Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, merci d'accueillir Tariq d'origine camerounaise et Dachou d'origine congolaise.
Et si je te dis que je t'aime, tu dois me répondre que tu m'aimes. C'est tellement simple, un peu comme un bus avant de. Et si tu me dis que tu m'aimes, je te répondrai que je t'aime là. Je prends ta main, je ferme les yeux et je me sens. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh baby, I love, I love, I love, I love, I love you. I love, I love, I love, I love, I love you. Oh, baby, I love, I love, I love, I love, I love you. I love, I love, I love, I love, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you beaucoup, maman. Jump. De mon nom de famille, et ça prend du temps. Même pour l'idée de notre avenir à tes parents, ils m'ont dit d'accord. J'ai fait tout ce que ton père m'a dit, mais il est jamais content. Ils ont décidé d'être les mêmes, mais notre amour, ça forçait dans le temps. Ça déchire comme Jumbo, Jumbo. Ça déchire comme Jumbo, Jumbo. Ça déchire comme Jumbo, Jumbo. Je vous ai déchire comme Jumbo, Jumbo.
Est-ce qu'il y a du monde ce soir? C'est la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations, messieurs dames. Qui détaille.
Oh, le temps m'a réparé. Plus rien n'est comme avant. Quelqu'un m'a déjà soigné. Oh, le vent a bien tourné. Ne gaspille pas mon temps. Une autre a su me soigner. Oh, le temps m'a réparé. Plus rien n'est comme avant. Quelqu'un m'a déjà soigné. Oh, le vent a bien tourné. Ne gaspille pas mon temps. Une autre a su me soigner. Ah mon bébé.
Tous les bébés.
Ah mon bébé, ah mon bébé, ah mon bébé.
Où sont les bébés?
Ah mon bébé. On cherche à tout barrer la route. Écouter les gens c'est douloureux. Je veux même pas savoir qui te parle. C'est moi qui te parle. Le couple c'est nous deux. Arrête un peu de vivre pour eux. Trouve un juste milieu. Et n'écoute pas les gens qui te parlent. C'est moi qui te parle. Le couple c'est nous deux. Ah mon bébé. Ah mon bébé, ah mon bébé, ah mon bébé.
Où sont les bébés?